The driver was driving in front, and Isabella and Victor were sitting in the back seat of the car. In the photo, she was resting her eyes languidly while Victor was shyly looking at the camera in a posture that leaned against her. The caption read, "Turns out I'm the first choice after all these years." I decided to reply, "Congratulations." The next day, after getting ready, I went out to go to work. Opening the door, I saw breakfast on the ground. I picked it up and went downstairs, throwing it into the trash can. Isabella saw me and questioned why I threw away her gift. I said, "I don't like what you say or what you give." She grabbed my arm as I walked away. "Am I in a mood?" I looked at her calmly. "Didn't you used to treat me like this too? You only thought I was just being temperamental." He has a serious stomach problem, and the doctor instructed him to have regular meals to make his stomach more comfortable. I took a particular course to learn how to make nutritious meals, but none of the nutritious meals I made ever entered his mouth. If I hadn't accidentally seen him giving the nutritious meals I made to Victor, I wouldn't know if I would be kept in the dark forever. Isabella was speechless. After a while, she said, "He is physically weak and needs the nutritious meals more than me." "Really? One with a stomach problem and one physically weak? You two are quite a match." I didn't have time to chat with her, so I left, shaking off her hand. Next, I focused all my attention on work, ignoring the messages she sent. Even the gifts and meals she sent were returned unopened. When my friends invited me to go shopping and watch a movie, I no longer hesitated. I did whatever I wanted to do, feeling much freer. Without Isabella and Victor, my troubles were reduced by more than half. And what was left was the joy of being alone. If Jason hadn't suddenly called, I would have almost forgotten about their existence. "Alex, when are you coming? We're all waiting here. Just missing you." I was bewildered. "Waiting for me? Why? Isn't it you and Isabella who are treating us to dinner? Hurry up and come over. We're waiting for you." He ended the call directly. Jason sent me an address and private room number. I hesitated for a moment, thinking it was time to clarify and make a clean break. I went to the address Jason sent me and found out this was the restaurant I had mentioned before. I told Isabella at that time that I wanted to try it, here to see if the food was really delicious. She always said she was busy, so I never had the chance to come. I followed the waiter's guidance to the private room, only to hear Jason's voice before I could step inside. "Alex has quite the temper, doesn't he?" We had to call him again and again before he finally agreed to come. "Isabella has humbled herself, yet he still won't give her the time of day. He's really spoiled." Victor chuckled, saying teasingly, "Guys are like that. A bit of a temper is normal. Alex is just too insecure, not quite trusting Isabella. He'll come around eventually. In my opinion, you and Isabella are a better match. If it weren't for your focus on studies back then, you'd be the one by Isabella's side now. Go on in. Don't just stand there." Isabella's voice came from behind. I turned to look, clutching my bag tightly. "What do you want me to go in for? To hear you announce your new romance?" My face turned cold, and I was about to walk away. Jason and Victor exchanged glances, and Victor said quickly, "Alex, since you're already here, have some dinner before you leave." I looked at him indifferently. "No. I can't eat with you guys around." Their faces changed slightly, and the smile on Victor's face almost slipped. "Alex, what do you mean?" I didn't look at him, focusing my gaze on Isabella. "He calls you every time he has an issue, and you always rush to his side without hesitation. I didn't understand why before, but now I do. Do you find it amusing to put on this act in front of me?" Isabella's face turned stern. "What nonsense are you talking about? I've said it before. I see Vic as my brother." Victor turned pale. I had been so passionate about Isabella, but it might just be a joke to them. No matter what your relationship with Victor is, I've said it. We're over. Don't come looking for me again. With that, I didn't look at her again and left the place. Back home, I deleted everything about her completely. This time, I would erase her completely from my life. Not recognizing her once was a moment of confusion. Doing it repeatedly would be foolish. After removing Isabella from my life, I threw myself into work. I work as a translator at a publishing house with a workload that keeps me busy and preoccupied, leaving me no time to think about those troublesome matters. My boss, Rachel, seeing the dark circles under my eyes, couldn't help but laugh. "I've never seen you work this hard before. Why are you so motivated now?" I suddenly realized something, feeling that nothing is more important than work. I stretched my stiff neck and looked up, only to find that the office was empty. Startled, I turned to look out the window. The sky had darkened, and the street lights on both sides were dazzling. "Ah, it's so late," I murmured in surprise. I used to be the first one to leave work every day, never expecting that one day I would be the last to leave. Rachel chuckled softly, her eyes clearly amused. "You must have lost track of time with all this work. It's already 8 p.m. I was wondering why an employee would be so eager to work overtime, only to find out you were so busy, you forgot the time."